Well, thanks Adam for the nomination. Hope your ankle gets better. We live in a bungalow, so we only have to go up 2 steps and we get a nosebleed. I'm sure most of you YouTubers know about Adam's channel, and if you're not, what are you doing? Get subscribing, because Adam is one of the best at producing videos, and it's something that I find very difficult, being one person doing the photography, doing the editing, getting the captions right, getting the music right, and still work on the plot. I could state that my 3 lessons are lessons I've not learnt. I keep trying hard at, but that's not the object of this exercise. The exercise is to state 3 things I have learnt, and there are 3 things I have learnt, and they're all connected. It's like connections with inventions. One thing leads to another. The wheel was invented, so then the cart was invented, and then the horse trained. Pull it all, and then it ended up as motor cars and petrol, and it all started from that. And this is my journey this year. And the first thing I learnt was that, which is item 1, you can't get rid of plastic on your plot. I've tried, but it's impossible. But what you can do is you can reduce it. I've introduced soil blocking, and but I've still not got rid of all the pots that I've got, plastic pots, because I can't do strawberry runners without the plastic pots. And I suppose I could use clay ones, but the plastic are more efficient. So what I've learnt is that there's good plastic and there's bad plastic, and plastic pots are bad. Enviromesh is good, and away from the plot, one-use plastic in the supermarkets is bad, and the plastic used in intravenous drips, well, that's good. Which is item number 2, how to make the soil blocks. It's not all that easy. There is a knack to it, and I reckon that I've cracked it. And what that's meant is that more economical in my seed using. Now I've got 12x4 beds, and I know on average that takes 45 plants. That's 3 rows, and that works out, which then leads me on to the third thing I've learnt. I've learnt how to do succession growth. The third and final thing I learnt this year has been the harvest. I've got succession harvest for the first time ever, and this is mainly due, harking back to the soil blocks, because I was able to put 45 blocks in a bed, but I only did 15 plus some spares. That was 20, and then I would do 15 and then another 15 2 or 3 weeks later, and then another 15, and so I got what's called a succession, and the soil blocking helped me with that. So I ended up, the first one I did was the broad beans. I just did 30 of those. I did 15 and then another 15. But I got a good season of broad beans. Then onto the sweet corn. So I had the sweet corn, and I did 15 and 15 and then 15, which then gave me a sweet corn, which I picked every day from August to the beginning of October, succession. So going from the 15, 15, 15, and that was pretty good. I did well with the French beans. I got good succession there. Again, I did just 30. I didn't do the 45. Carrots weren't all that bright. Well, I don't really know, because I've still got carrots, but I think they'll only take us into the new year, and that's the same with the potatoes. But the onions were brilliant. We've got a good harvest of onions, which will keep us going till the next season. But I failed on parsnips and swede. They were a disaster, and I've got. Well, I'll have to go back to the drawing board on those. As I say, the carrots were good. The beetroot was fine, but that ended October, and we didn't have any to store, and I should really redo that again next year. But generally, I had a good year of succession and keeping us going. We're still not buying vegetables from the supermarket yet. Oh, leeks were good. Forgot about the leeks. So that's my third. So basically, my three things are can't get rid of plastic, done my best on that, learned how to do soil blockers, which then led me to learn how to get succession harvest, and those are the three things. I now have to nominate somebody else. I'm looking at YouTube. I see that Terry King has not been tagged as yet. So I'm going to nominate Terry. Sorry about that, Terry. Know you're busy, but, you know, aren't we all? So I'll say bye.